Good morning, mates. February 17, Traders Eye Analysis. Let's start our analysis on the fundamentals using the Forex Factory. So, using our calendar, last week, since fundamentals have a long-term effect sa mga galaw ng gold, for example, because we are analyzing we are trading only gold, So, kaya nagpo-focus lang tayo to analyze the fundamentals of the USD. Because USD is negatively correlated sa XAU, or somehow, if the USD is good, XAU is bad. Para bang kung bumababa si USD, umaakyat si gold. And vice versa. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na pag nagkaroon ng release ng data, automatic, kung bad si USD, biglang aangat si gold. Or ganun din si USD, biglang babagsak. So, papasok pa rin yung pag-chart analysis natin. Last week, so set natin muna yung Forex Factory sa 8 and 14. Yan. Apply setting. So last week, we have the core retail sales and employment cost index. So the core retail sales, ito yung wala yung mga volatile like automobile, energy. Ito yung mga walang masyadong volatility, nakapokus lang siya dun sa mga importanteng van. Walang masyadong noise. Ngayon, if you really wanted to understand kung nilaman yan, open yung folder, ayan. So, ito, measures the change in total value of sales at the retail level, excluding automobiles, hindi kasama yung automobiles, mga volatile. So, the previous is 0.4, forecast is 0.3, and the actual is 0.0, so not good. While the retail sales naman, buksan din natin, change in the total value of sales at the retail level, kasama na yon, yung automobile, mga ganon. Overall, sabi nga, same, 0.6, 0.4, and 0.0, not good for the USD. For the employment cost index, for previous is 0.8, forecast is 0.8, and the actual is 0.7. Still not okay, So this is not good for the USD. So, yung mga data na to affects our analysis. Yan. Pero kung titingnan natin, this is Monday, and this is Friday. Then, kung i-move natin yung Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. Yan. This is Tuesday. So, somehow parang sideways lang yung Tuesday. And then dito sa Wednesday, may liquidity sweep, On Wednesday naman, we have the average hourly earnings from 0.1, 0.3 ang forecast nila. Good ang forecast nila. And then, naging 0.4. So, 0.4, So, good. This, nung nakarang araw, February 10, bad. And then, the following day, good na siya, And then, for non-farm employment change, ganun din, 4866 and 130,000, And unemployment rate, 4.4, 4.4, neutral, then naging 4.3. Ibig sabihin, good pa din. Nabawasan yung nagkuka ng unemployment, Dito, nagdagan yung nagtatrabaho. And then, 0.4, good pa din. Kaya nga lang, magtataka ka, bakit nagko-cool down yung retail sales? So, ito, okay ito for the economy din, Ito. Kaya lang ito kasi, it shows na medyo yung nagko-cool down yung economy. And it affects the interest rate. Ayan, pag mga nagko-cool down yung economy. And Thursday, February 12, unemployment claims 232, 222, and 227. Although na ito ay less than the forecast, but both of them are less than the previous. So, para bang maganda pa rin siya kasi nga medyo mas maraming nawalan ng mas maraming nagkaroon ng trabaho. So, nag-a-align nito at saka yung 12 at saka 11. Okay? February 13, core CPI and CPI, or the Consumer's Price Index, or the inflation. So, for the core CPI, the 0.2, 0.3, ang 0.2 ang previous forecast is 0.3 and the actual is 0.3. So, neutral. So, hindi tumataas yung presyo ng mga bilihin. And for the CPI, ito kasi sa core kasi hindi kasama yung mga volatile na kwan. And then sa CPI overall na to. So ganun din 0.3, 0.3, 0.2. So medyo bumaba bumaba yung presyo. And including the month year to year, ganun din bumaba. So ibig sabihin nagko-cool down yung inflation, bumababa. So hindi magtataas ng interest rate. At kung hindi magtataas ng interest rate, that is not good for the USD. So, there are conflicting data kung titingnan nyo. Pero kung i-analyze yung mabuti to, actually hindi naman. This data will drive the market of XAU-USD na bumaba. But eventually, this data will drive the market na tumaas. Kasi yung interest rate, hindi natataasan yan. So, pag ang interest rate ng USD ay hindi maganda o mababa, siyempre, yung mga investor, hindi sila interesadong mag-invest yan. So, they will shift to gold para tataas yung gold. Then, USD, bababa siya. Yun nga lang ito, non-farm employment change, meron itong konting epekto, short-term effect. Kaya nga kung titingnan natin yung chart natin, ayan siya. Lumabas yung non-farm employment change ng Wednesday. Yan. So this is Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. Kung mapapansin nyo, nung lumabas siya ng Wednesday, imbis na bumaba, tumaas pa siya and nagkaroon ng liquidity sweep. But eventually, the following day, ito na siya. Ayan. And then, nagkaroon ulit ng pagtaas. Diba? So, some of the fundamentals ay nag-a-align kay chart or price actions. Pero siyempre, hindi naman fundamentals lang ang basihan kung bakit. Although na bumagsak siya, parang ayaw tumuloy. So there's another factor kung bakit pagdating dito, parang this is another liquidity sweep. As you can see, meron tayong support dito. And then, nung umangat siya, tumaas siya, last Friday, bumaba naman siya nung Monday. Pero parang nag-hold na naman again itong ating support. So, nag-break, nag-pull back or retest, and then nagsa-sideways siya. Nagkaroon ng pagbagsak nung umaga, pero eventually, nag-hold. Ayan, nag-hold itong dalawa na to. What are the factors kung bakit yan kuan? That we will have another video. And that video will be the COT report for this yung paggalaw na to. How does COT affect yung movement ng market na to?